Unafraid Show, right story or wrong. We're gonna get the other feeds up immediately, but wanted to start off today. We've got some great things up for you guys. Wanted to tell you guys what we have going on. First of which is the NCAA. It's back at it again. NCAA is, first of all, trying to stop from paying players using the 13th Amendment, which clearly applies to, yes, I know it's the amendment that commonly referred to as ending slavery. However, it also has a carve out for not paying prisoners. And that's what the NCAA is using in their fight against a lawsuit. And also, the FBI probe. A whole lot of details came out today from the FBI probe into the NCAA. We're going to talk about that because federal documents came out detailing potential NCAA violations involving high-profile players at Duke, Michigan State, pretty much every program. And a lot of you guys are out there saying, "Oh, well, if they hadn't cheated, there's so many people playing by the rules." No, man. This is a gigantic waste of my tax dollars and a gigantic waste of manpower, of the FBI manpower. We are sitting here talking about a victimless crime. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a victimless crime because these young student athletes who are potentially getting money, how are they victimizing anyway? Because I have not found one. So here's what's going on. So first of all, where are the victims? You guys send in your comments and I'll get to them as well. Where are the victims? Because what the NCAA, what has come out today is documents, bank records were obtained by Yahoo and other people in discovery of the federal investigation of college basketball players being paid money to go to schools. Rick Pitino got fired at Louisville. So many other people have been fired other places. You've had other people arrested. The schools implicated so far: USC, Duke, North Carolina, Texas, Kentucky, Michigan State, USC, Alabama, and other schools. And the funny part about that is there are so many people that think, "Oh, yeah, my school isn't involved." But guess what? Your school's up next. Your school is 100% up next because this is a gigantic waste of money. Because I want to know, why are we wasting federal resources and my tax dollars and your tax dollars investigating a victimless crime? Because I don't believe, if you guys care that players are getting money, please let me know. Because I don't think that you care. Because we talk about it and you guys seemingly don't care on Twitter, Facebook, all the other places that we talk about these things. Nobody seems to care. So I'm wondering, where's this coming from? You know who it's coming from. You got to follow the money. This is like it's like the NRA and guns. No, this is the NCAA and its money. It wants to keep its money to itself. That's why it's assisting the NCAA. I'm sorry, it's assisting the FBI in investigating players, quote unquote, cheating. The underworld, the underbelly of college sports. Players being paid. Should the players be paid? 100%. They are generating revenue, which is well over and above their scholarship value. Because if I hear one more person say, "Oh, well, they go to school for free." Kids don't go to school for free. They actually earn, they work, and they are paid. They are paid for what they do. What it sounds like the NCAA is doing to me, what it sounds like the NCAA is doing, this is pimping. Like, this is real pimping. What do pimps do? Everybody knows what a pimp is. Let me tell you what pimps do. Pimps, they take care of you. They give you a sense of family, community, and so-called love. Like, this is what pimps do. They send you out to make money. You bring it back to them. They take care of your expenses. Make sure you don't have to deal with the riffraff and all the stuff out in the world. Then they abuse you. Sexual abuse happened at many schools. They put restrictions on you. That's what pimps do. College athletics, they restrict your transfers. They leave you hanging. They make up frivolous rules. And then there's manipulation that pimps do. This is what's in your best interest. We are protecting you guys from the big bad world outside. Those people who don't love you and don't care about you and don't care about amateur athletics. That's what the NCAA is doing. They are pimping the athletes. Yes, the athletes, they get some kickbacks. They get a little bit here and there. But this is pimping. I just explained to you how. And here's what the head pimp in charge, NCAA President Mark Emmert, had to say about the allegations in the FBI probe. He said, if it's true, it points to systematic failures that must be fixed and fixed now if we want college sports in America. Simply put, people who engage in this kind of behavior have no place in college sports. They are an affront to all those who play by the rules. Do you know what's an affront to college athletics? Is the fact that players are not paid and compensated for their work. And then, so what's going on that has not been publicized that people are not really paying attention to? So yes, you've had guys at schools like Duke, North Carolina, Texas, all this stuff. Tony Bland at USC, Chuck Person at Auburn, Emmanuel Richardson at Arizona, Lamont Evans at Oklahoma State have all been arrested. And you had shoe company guys like James Gatto, Mercy Code, financial advisor, this guy named Sood. All these people have been arrested for quote unquote bribing players to go to school. And let me tell you how this actually works. How players actually end up at universities. Yes, there is some influence from colleges. Yes, there are some influences from AAU coaches. There's influences from all over the place. And the thing is, if the kids are getting money, what is the problem? What is the problem when they are generating so much revenue? Because here's the thing that is that we're not really paying attention to, is that the system is broken. The system is 100% broken. When you have coaches getting paid. Okay, so somebody sent in a comment. So paying housing, coaching, professor salary, travel, and hotels expenses do not count. Yes, those things count in terms of benefits, but the value that these players add far exceeds what they get back. It far exceeds it. When this is a situation just like Henrietta Lacks. If you don't know what she is, her cancer cells were used all over the world in cancer research, polio vaccines, in vitro fertilization, flu vaccines, and her family and her didn't see a damn dime for it. That's what the problem is with the NCAA. Oh, there's just not enough money to go around. And then there's a lawsuit filed by former NCAA athlete Lawrence Poppy Livers. He asserted that student scholarship athletes who play sports are employees and deserve pay. Their case argues that student athletes who get scholarships should be at least paid as work-study students for the time that they put in. When you look at the time that student athletes put in to being student athletes, they don't have time to work and go to school. They are limited in what they can take. They are the only scholarship athletes on campus who can't accept meals from people, who can't do all these other things that every other scholarship student athlete can do. Sounds like restrictions and pimping to me. And then when you look at the money, these players generate not millions, but billions of dollars for the universities, for brands, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, whoever it is, and television networks. In 2015, college basketball teams made a combined $9.1 billion. And the NCAA just signed another $8.8 billion deal with CBS to air March Madness. I mean, come on. There's plenty of money to go around, but the NCAA wants to touch it first. And they don't want anybody else touching it. And they want to claim it's to protect amateur athletics. So how is it amateur athletics when a kid has a family member die, school can't buy him a suit to go to a funeral? No, this might be an impermissible benefit. No, because here's the interesting part about this whole situation that has to go on with college sports and all this, is that the money comes in. They make the student athletes believe and the public believe that it's in their best interest to allow them to control it. They don't give them health care after they finish, despite giving up their bodies for years. Let's let that make sense. So there's so many people that ask, okay, so George, how do you fix it? How do you fix the fact that college football playoff has a $7.2 billion deal over 12 years with ESPN? How do you fix it? How do you fix it? Well, here is how you fix it. Is that until recently, like a year or two ago, you could go on the NCAA site, type in Marcus Mariota when he was at Oregon, and then a number 8 Oregon jersey would come up. Wait, hold up. I thought we were just selling number 8 jerseys, not Marcus Mariota jerseys. So jersey sales should be a part of a distribution, a revenue sharing that goes back to the players. Increased ticket sales. Any of these things, trips to the college football playoff. And instead of actually paying the players, just like how do you decide who gets more, who gets less? You either do a work study pay, which just increases what they get in their stipend, or here's the other option that you got. Build an annuity. Build an annuity. And how you can build an annuity is each conference pool their money together, because then you get paid higher interest, higher dividends by financial institutions that hold your money. And you can create annuities. Obviously, you have to hire accounting firms, all this stuff. You can create an annuity that players are paid upon graduation. You know what that does? That makes you look better, NCAA, because now you're educating your athletes. You're tying the annuity for the money that they made to their graduation, which helps them out in life. So you stop players from not graduating. I mean, it is anything that has your name, your face, any of that, your likeness, you should be paid for and compensated on some level. Yes, the NCAA is taking care of a lot of your expenses. However, you are generating more than what is coming in. These things are true. This is just a fact. And they wonder why players, I mean, mind you, and also the $7.2 billion that ESPN signed with the college football playoff, they're getting ready to renegotiate that to potentially bring it to 8 teams, which could cost in excess of $10 billion. Bring in $10 billion for the networks, $10 billion for the universities, $10 billion for, this is what they're going to be paid for the college football playoff. 8 teams. And you wonder why players sit out of bowl games. Get hurt for what? Hurt for what? Either you're playing for something, play for the national championship, or you sit out if you're a surefire first rounder. Players don't even do all the stuff at the combine because they don't want to get hurt. Come on, man. Come on, man. I gave you a way to fix it. But where on earth does this make sense to you guys? You guys send in your comments, like the feed, share the feed, Unafraid Show, George Reister right here. Says some of us have to sacrifice working to play our sport and go to school. People need something. 100%. I 100% agree with it. So I talked about this not too long ago, but I'll bring it up now. So Georgia and Alabama played in the college football playoff. Tua Tagovailoa played for Alabama. Came in, saved the day for Alabama. And what did Alabama do? Yep, they give him an attaboy. They give him an attaboy. But imagine how much money in merchandising, donations, rising ticket prices, and memorabilia that Tua Tagovailoa and the rest of the Alabama players generated for the university when they won the national championship. How much money? 10 million, 20 million, 100 million? A lot of damn bread. And guess what Tua Tagovailoa is going to get? He's not going to get an extra damn nothing. Not going to get an extra, not even going to get an extra sweatsuit for what he did for the university and the rest of the players. I mean, come on. Like, here's one concept that I want you guys to understand. Is that at some point in time in your life, everybody has their highest earning potential. The point in time in their life where they are going to or potentially could earn the most amount of money. Most people, that happens when they're 40, 50, in that range, when they're getting paid their highest salaries and their value is the highest. However, some people, that value is created when they're 18, 19, 21, 22, when they're in college. Take Johnny Manziel. Imagine how much money that he could have made in college if he were able to trade on his name. If he were able to create a YouTube channel, make a podcast, any of these things that actually don't cost the university money. Imagine how much Tua Tagovailoa at Alabama could make right now. So this is so un-American to be cutting off people's ability to earn money. Very un-American. Very un-American. I mean, it's just like if you go viral. Do you guys remember that video of Charlie bit my finger? It really hurt. That video viewed hundreds of millions of times. Parents, whoever uploaded it, got paid off that video. Try it as a student athlete, you'll be ineligible. You will be ineligible. And that goes back. I want to go back to the FBI probe for just a minute. What's going on with the FBI probe into the NCAA? Because I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, they need to find out who's cheating. Some schools are doing it right, this and that. The NCAA is getting ready to be brought down in a major way. The NCAA is being, and college sports is getting ready to be brought down in a major way because of these wiretaps, because of all this money that the FBI is spending on a victimless crime. You are going to see your university that you love, that you care about, that you donate to, that you watch on television affected. It is not just going to be the schools that have been named: Duke, North Carolina, Texas, Kentucky, Michigan State, USC, Alabama. That's not all that you're going to hear. And some of the names going around right now: Miles Bridges at Michigan State, Alabama's Colin Sexton, Duke's Wendell Carter. And we're talking about quote unquote extra benefits. Do you realize that the extra benefits are like feeding people's families? This is what we're talking about. A plane ticket to go see a game. These are the supposed extra benefits that we're talking about by college athletes. Excuse you? These are the extra benefits that we're talking about. And the guy who got, and one of the documents that has been come out, they have literally have players' names on the documents. Oh, $200.38 to Miles Bridges and his family for X, Y, and Z. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, hold up. I remember the whole Victor Conti, the whole Balco thing when the baseball players were being investigated. I remember all of that. And you don't think that people try to hide this? I mean, these guys literally had names They had names in the ledgers. I mean, I posted an article on my Twitter about it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then the second thing is it true? Because here are the amounts of money. Dennis Smith, who plays for the Mavericks, played at North Carolina State. According to the documents, received $43,500. And a document titled Pena for SMM agent Stephen Pena says Dennis Smith received a total of $73,500 in loans and includes options to recoup the money when Smith did not sign with ASM. Wow. So we're talking about players who are receiving money to go to schools or while they're at schools from agents. How is this hurting the game? It's not hurting the game. Not one bit. Because you just had teams vacate wins. So you just had Louisville vacate a national championship, which is awful because you can't unseat. Like you can't you can't put the baby back in. They won the national championship. What was it, 2015? You can't take away USC's championship and Reggie Bush's Heisman because I saw it. Can't pretend like it didn't happen because it happened. Like, oh yeah, we just didn't play a championship that year. Man, get out of here. I mean, it is, the NCAA is trying to keep its players poor because they want the money. They are pimping the players. The NCAA is real pimping right now. I mean, this is literally the equivalent of, according to Mark Emmert, he said that they're going to continue to cooperate with the efforts of federal investigators to identify and punish the unscrupulous parties seeking to exploit the system through criminal acts. Know what this sounds like to me? Because he's talking about criminal acts. Sounds like feeding slaves and helping free slaves because it's illegal. And somebody saying we're going to find those criminals who helped them and punish them to the fullest extent of the law. I mean, come on. Come on, man. I mean, these guys paying college athletes are not drug kingpins. And I know that you cannot be happy, excited, or anything like that about your tax dollars being used as that. I know you can't be excited about it. But the other thing about it, so I touched on it briefly a few minutes ago, is that there's a guy who's suing the NCAA. His name is Poppy Livers. He's saying this: scholarship athletes who play sports are employees and deserve pay. You guys make sure you swipe up, share the feed, share Unafraid Show. We're here every day. Their case argues that student athletes who get scholarships should be paid as work study for the time that they put in. Somebody said the system is present and hasn't changed except for the language has been adjusted. 100%. And do you know what the NCAA is fighting this? They're fighting this lawsuit by Poppy Livers. Do you know what they're citing? They are citing the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment is commonly known as the law that ended slavery in America. But the amendment has a very careful carve out. It kept involuntary service legal for those who have been convicted of a crime. That's what it's done. It says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist in the United States or any place in its jurisdiction. So that's what the 13th Amendment says. And the NCAA is using the 13th Amendment to fight players wanting to be paid. This is specifically about prisoners who can work without pay. It shows what they really think about the players and how badly they really want their money despite pretending to care about athletes. Pretending to care about them. Because the NCAA itself gets rich. Coaches get rich. Universities get rich. But the players are indentured servants being pimped. Coaches, they have their huge guarantees in their contract. And if they get fired, they still get paid. But what do the kids leave college with? They leave college with a diploma if they did well. Sometimes they leave with bills, even though they're on scholarship. They generate not millions, but billions of dollars for universities and don't get to participate in the revenue sharing. And then people call it, oh, you're going to school for free. No, you're not going to school for free because you earned it. You earned your scholarship. You put in work. You sacrificed more than other people were willing to do to use your God-given ability to give you an opportunity. How on earth does that make sense? You have a finite amount of time to capitalize on your highest earning potential, which could actually be when you're in college. I mean, what kind of sense does that make to stop a kid from creating a YouTube channel while he's in college? This is an opportunity for him to make money, and you don't even have to, the school doesn't even have to pay for it in any way. Like, it's not coming out of anybody's money. This is money coming out of other places. What kind of sense does that make? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and I love this one. Paying athletes opens the door for corruption. No, actually not paying athletes opens the door for corruption. If athletes were paid, they would be much less likely to do things that are quote unquote against the rules. Because the fact that everybody else is getting paid except for the athletes creates a place for there to be a black market for athlete service. I've been there. So if I knew that a university could generate money for me and I could potentially make money while I'm in college, why on earth would I need to take money to go to that college? You would need to take money to go to the college because you would already know you have a built-in way to make money and to trade on your name like every other person on campus can do. There'd be no need to. Just like when if players had more money in their pocket or were actually able to use their stuff. Do you remember what happened at Ohio State with Terrell Pryor? Terrell Pryor traded his bowl memorabilia. So things were given to Terrell Pryor. He owned them. They were his. Possession is 9/10 of the law. It's his. And then he takes what he has and trades it to a tattoo artist for a tattoo. That sounds like very American to me. A barter, give you something, you give me something back. How on earth does he get suspended and the school get jammed up for that? That's extremely un-American. It's my stuff. It makes no sense. And then you have the FBI spending tens of millions of dollars investigating a victimless crime. A victimless crime. And people keep trying to say, oh, it opens the door for impropriety if college athletes are paid money. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because then you can open up the books. Everybody can be paid. There is enough money. But nowadays, this is what it is. Oh, look up the rules of your compute. He signed a contract. Yeah. I love contracts. Willie Taggart just signed a contract with the University of Oregon. That was broken. So did Jimbo Fisher at Florida State. He signed a contract. That was broken. Contracts are broken all the time. They are one-sided. Oh, college athletes, they'll be bribed. If you look at the FBI probe, they're already being bribed. They were being bribed back when Eric Dickerson went to SMU. College athletes have been, quote unquote, bribed forever. When I was in college, I saw things. Like, come on. Oh, if you don't like contracts, don't sign them. There was no other option. I remember when I first went to University of Oregon, the NCAA, for you to be eligible, they make you sign papers that say that the NCAA owns your image and likeness in perpetuity. That means forever. so they can use your images to make money forever, even when you're not a student athlete. Where in America is that okay? Oh, well, these are the rules. You got to follow by the letter of the law. How many times in this country do we change laws? How many times do we change laws when something's not right? When something is broken? We do it all the time. And that's why I say the NCAA is a bunch that they are pimps. They are pimping players. They are pimping athletes. Talked about it earlier, but I'll give you a quick rundown again. What do pimps do? They take care of you. They give you family. They give you a sense of community. It's this so-called love. Yeah, the pimp, he loves you. They send you out to make money. The way you can bring it back to them. Then they go and take care of your expenses because they're pimping. They make sure, oh, let me take you to go get your nails done. Make sure that the refrigerator is stocked. Make sure you got everything that you need because I love you because I'm your pimp. But then they abuse you. Michigan State, school failed to take care of its players. Sexual abuse other places, misuse, not taking care of them physically. They put restrictions on you, transfers. They leave you hanging. Coaches leave despite signing contracts and promising you in their house that they're going to be there. Then they make up ridiculous rules about why you can't get paid. It's manipulation. This is what pimps do. These rules are best for your interest. We're protecting you. I'm protecting you, baby. I love you. From the outside world who's cold and outside world doesn't love you. That's what pimps do. And that's what the NCAA is doing. They are pimping. This is real pimping. I mean, listen. And the FBI is spending your tax dollars, your and my tax dollars on this investigation, which is absolutely bogus and ridiculous. You would think that they're chasing down drug kingpins. You would think that Mike Krzyzewski, who is educating players, turning players into men, teaching them how to be pros. Players love them when they finish. Dean Smith, same thing. Like, this is what players do. I mean, come on. Come on. How does that make sense that we're investigating these men who are doing good things for these kids? Everybody's in it to make a buck. The players just can't get one of the bucks. We'll take care of some of their expenses. I'm telling you, it's pimping. It is real pimping. And then Mark Emmert, the head of the NCAA, in charge of them all. In charge of them all. Oh, yeah. We're going to get these guys. We're going to get these guys who are breaking the rules. Man, get out of here, dude. This has been going on for a long time. Nobody's being hurt. Nobody's being influenced. The problem is some of your money is that this money's not going through you and you can't control it. That's the problem. College football playoff generating hundreds of millions of dollars. Alabama making money. Georgia making money. Oregon making money. USC making money in football. Everybody making money. Coaches, universities. We're talking about Alabama generating damn near $200 million this year. Oh, my God. I love it. Oh, then don't be a college athlete if you're so butthurt. Man, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. There are certain things that you have in life, certain opportunities. You have to take advantage of those. Because where on earth does it make sense that we did not, that you cannot trade on your name? But the question is how to fix the problem. Work study, pay the students as work study people, or give them an annuity upon graduation. It'll help with graduation rates. It will help the universities look good, keep the athletes from paying taxes, and they would get a piece of the money that they generate and the revenue that they generate. Because if you tie an annuity to graduation, players will graduate. And if they don't, you keep the money. And then you pool the money together. If you're the conferences, you pool your money together. That way you can get higher interest rates. where you can get better return on your money to help subsidize and continue to pay for those annuities and pay for the fees associated with managing the money. God dang. Oh man, it only took one man to come up with a good idea. Only took one man to come up with a good idea. I mean, because the value that these players create far outpaces the money that they generate. I mean, because just when you get bowl gifts, jerseys, and anything else that actually belongs to you and you can't sell it, doesn't make sense. Nick Saban made over $11 million this year. A 30-second ad during the national championship cost $1.2 million. The average resale ticket price was $3,000. Everybody's making money. But Tua Tagovailoa can't accept any endorsements or appearance money. Alabama can't even organize a signing for him. And Alabama can block Jalen Hurts from transferring to certain schools if he wants out because he's not going to be the starter anymore. No date money, no top ramen, no new suit to the awards banquet. Nope. And then the coach will leave in recruiting. Yep, that makes sense to me. Sounds like real pimping to me. Thank you guys for joining me today. You guys are Unafraid Show, right or wrong. You guys, please make sure you like the feed, share the feed, continue the conversation, download the podcast at iTunes, and tell a friend about Unafraid Show and leave a comment because sharing is caring, baby. Sharing is caring. Thank you guys. We will catch you guys later, and peace out. They were trying to get off, but the technology is not trying to let me be great right now.